back to Pageants United TV. My name is Maria. I hope you're returning from the previous episode. So today I have two beautiful guests who I will introduce shortly. But I would love to announce that I have just recently launched, it's a soft launched my magazine, Pageants United Magazine. Yes! I had the response to it was overwhelming. I have so many people who really enjoyed it. They said that the pageant community needed this kind of magazine, and that's part of the reason why I started it. See, one thing that I noticed was that pageant queens, we all had beautiful stories, beautiful life stories that we wanted to share with everyone. But oftentimes when it comes to social media, you're often limited by the amount of followers you have. And so your message may not get the reach that it deserved. So that's why I created this magazine. It will bypass all the algorithms that Instagram, YouTube, whatever is putting on you, and it will have a worldwide reach. I looked at my analytics, and I have readers from Brazil and China. Yes, thank you whoever's reading it, by the way. And I hope that I will soon get queens from other parts of the country, other parts of the world rather, to join in eventually, which is what I plan to do when I move next month. I'm moving to Asia, so I'm going to find some Asian pageant queens over there. There's plenty, and I will get them involved as well. But the overwhelming positive response to it, my next launch will be in September 1st. So for now, please enjoy the current issue, which has information from a color analyst, a photographer, seasoned queens, and there's also personal stories from current queens as well. And on the back, guys, if you interact with Pageants United media, social media, your comment could be posted. Yes, so it could be featured on the scroll feed section of the magazine. So definitely check that out. So we'll be right back. I will be bringing in my guest queens. You don't want to miss it.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Got Films is a full-service production company that provides motion picture quality content and production services for use in the film and TV industry. Looking for a seasoned crew, high-quality equipment, or other production services for your film, TV, commercial, corporate convention, sports, news, or interview project? Your search stops here. Some of our projects include NASCAR, American Restoration, Pawn Stars, Counting Cars, Top Chef, BattleBots, Forge and Fire, and Street Outlaws. We have also produced over 60 feature films and documentaries. We're ready for all your needs. Whatever your project, whatever your budget, big or small, Got Films got you. GotFilms.com.
Hello, welcome back to Pageants United Magazine, Pageants United TV. I am here with my beautiful guest, Michaela. She is USOA's Mrs. Silver State 2025. So, Michaela, you have to tell me. Now, I know this one must have a background in pageantry. She's gorgeous. So let me see. Let's ask her. So, Michaela, how did you start out in the pageant world?
Well, first of all, Maria, thank you for having me here. I'm so excited. And yes, I grew up doing pageants. So my mom put me into pageantry when I was an infant. I don't even know how old. And I just kept going until my sophomore year of high school. And then, teenage years, had other things to do.
Yeah.
And
So
went on, yeah.
you took a break in your teenage years, but what brought you back?
So I feel like that's a layered story. So we'll start with, I became a widow in my early 30s, and I had my little girl to care for and pretty much my entire life to rebuild. And fast forward, I had done a lot of self-work, and I had found this group of women that had really taken me in and just given me that community that I was really looking for. And one of those women, who is our current Mrs. Nevada, she was running at the time, and she just kept encouraging me to get back in there. And I sat with that, and it's like, this feels like a yes. I feel like I have a story to share after going through this period of grieving, and the grieving never ends, but just finding my way, finding my footing again through that. And I knew I wanted to get that message out there. I didn't know how, but pageantry came knocking at the door, and I answered it.
That is amazing. Oh my goodness, guys. So has there been any major lessons so far that or anything you learned about yourself that pageantry has taught you?
For me, I like to think of pageantry as almost like a sacred container. So, the crown isn't a trophy, it's a tuning fork, is how I like to think of it. And it helps me amplify my message and the work that I came here to do, regardless. And so I think there's so many lessons I've learned, but just becoming more confident in my speaking ability, and that my story is a story worth sharing, and it has value, and that has probably been the foundational thing.
Absolutely. I find it very hard to believe that you have a problem speaking. Okay, that one shocked me. But anyway, so she says. I don't believe her. She's natural. But anyway, so far, what now with pageantry, there's different areas of pageantry. There's the interview, there's the runway, and community service. Is there an area that you find a little bit challenging, perhaps, or area for growth, so to speak?
There's always room for growth. I mean, definitely when we get together as a pageant community, there's always things I'm like, ooh, I love that about her. I need to adopt that into my thing I've got going on. But I feel that's a great question. I am just really present and in the moment, and so I'm not really thinking, how can I improve? I put in the work beforehand. I'm so happy to be there and in that moment, and I'm just trying to, live it.
That is really beautiful, and that's a beautiful space to be in, by the way. Please continue that throughout your pageant journey. Just be present in the moment. That's it. That's all that you have.
Yes.
The past is already gone. The future is not promised, but you do have this moment.
Exactly.
Yes. Now, you have children, right?
I do. I have one little girl.
Yes. I want to ask about that. What does she think about mommy being a queen?
Oh, she's so excited. She just is raring to get to her turn to wear the crown. And so I'm like, okay, we'll get there.
Nice. So she's gonna be a up and coming pageant queen.
Yes.
We got another one, guys.
Definitely.
We got another one. Oh my goodness, has she put on your crown yet?
No. Oh yes. Anytime she catches it or she sees my sash, she's like, Mom, can I? Like, of course you can.
Well, the pageant world will embrace her with open arms. There's so much opportunity for her here.
Like I've said, the pageant community is so beautiful. I feel like the events that I'm able to bring her to, she's already been so welcomed, and that has just spurred her excitement even more. And I love that for her. I love that she's going to grow up surrounded by confident women.
Yeah. That's one of the things I love most about pageantry is the strong feminine energy. We get to celebrate our feminine energy here, and it's welcomed. We don't have to, hide it under being rough around the edges that sometimes society wants us to be. We are encouraged to be ourselves as women, and I love that the next generation is going to see that in you. So let me think of something else to say.
And on top of what you were saying, I love that we're moving away from feeling like we're in competition with each other. Yes, pageantry is a competition.
Absolutely.
In my mind, it's really you're competing against yourself.
Yes.
And going, if you get the crown that year, that means there's your growth. You got more growth to do. And even if you do get the crown, there's still more growth happening. It isn't about competition. It's about collaborating. And I love the quote where a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle.
Beautiful.
And I really feel like we're moving into a new generation where sisterhood is very important, and we're recognizing that.
See, that's the beauty of this, is that for a lot of people, they have this misconception that we pageant women are very catty and we are out to get each other, and that could not be further from the truth,
Not
guys,
at all.
at all. If anything, we are supporting each other. We will be out there with our competition. We are helping them get in their gowns, put their butt glue on. Look that up, guys. We are helping them with their makeup and whatnot. You mentioned Andy. Andy's the current USOA Mrs. Nevada, and she mentioned to me that the women that she was, I put this in air quotes, the other delegates, I should say that, the other delegates, they were helping each other with their social media posts, which is a requirement for competition. They were helping each other. Now, if we were catty, we would have been like, oh, sorry, you're on your own, good luck. No, they are out there helping each other because they want us, we want each other to succeed.
Yes.
When one of us win,
We all win.
we all win.
Yes.
We definitely do. Whenever, like with when I did nationals, I was out there celebrating with the winner. I was like, this is great. I don't know who you are, but you're awesome. So, and that's the beauty of it.
Yes.
So, anything else you want to add to this segment?
And I was going to say too, last year when you were handing over your crown, and I was sitting in the audience with my daughter, and I was just like, I felt so empowered watching you all up there, just like owning your shine and like, yes, this is my applause. I deserve it. And I saw myself on that stage, but from my daughter's point of view, and like she gets to have, to have that memory of her mom, like just fully owning it. And I hope that that is like a core memory for her, and she carries that with her for her life.
Now that you mention it, my children were there for my crowning when I won, and it left a mark on them like you wouldn't believe. Here's a fun story. My daughter, they had what's my parents' career day at kindergarten, and the teacher asked my daughter, "Oh, so what does your mom do?" And then my daughter said, "My mom is a queen." And then the teacher laughed because she's like, "Oh, no, really? What does she do?" She's like, "My mom is a queen. She has a crown and she was on stage. My mom is a queen. I'm a princess." And yeah, that made a difference. So it's going to leave a mark on her too. All right, we will be right back, and we will have more. We will talk more with Michaela.
Now on digital and DVD.
Hit it.
Space Wars: Quest for the Deep Star is an epic sci-fi adventure.
Do what needs to be done.
An edge-of-your-seat wild ride.
We have company.
Tons of popcorn-munching fun. 5 stars. A love letter to the sci-fi films of the 70s and 80s. With plenty of action and fun for all. You need to see it. You really do.
The captain just decided it's time to go.
I am ready for a sequel. Experience a bold new adventure. Space Wars: Quest for the Deep Star.
A good old-fashioned adventure.
Now on digital and DVD.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Hi, welcome back to Pageants United TV, and we are back here with Michaela, and we're going to chit chat and learn more about her. Now, this is what I really wanted to talk about because her platform is amazing. I love it, and I'm going to hear all about it. Let's see what she has to say. So, Michaela, you have a very beautiful, I want to say beautiful, this platform is a very beautiful platform. Can you tell us all about it?
I'd love to. So my platform is Rooted in Ritual, Crowned with Purpose, and it's a very personal platform. It was birthed out of my grief and my rebirth, and leaning heavily into ritual. To help give me guidance and some stability and coming back to myself so that I could be whole and rebuild and be there for my daughter. And so my platform is focused on sacred living, feminine leadership and ritual, like I said. And
I want to know more.
What would you like to know?
I love that term, feminine leadership. Can I be honest with you? And I don't think I'm the first one to say this. I never hear those words together for some reason. However, women are very powerful leaders. We have very, very useful and beautiful skills to lead. Can you tell me more about that?
Yes. And so feminine leadership means leading from a place of softness, a place of stillness. It's the opposite of our current way of doing things, which is fast, now, aggressive, forceful, make it happen. Feminine leadership is tuning back into yourself, your rhythms, your intuition, and knowing that that's where your power lies. And I've always been a little bit of a rebel, like say a rebel with a cause. But I feel like that is just an act of rebellion in today's society.
Absolutely.
Honoring your rest, honoring your intuition.
Yes, that's the reason why that stuck with me, because I was just like, you mean it's like a permission just to rest? Like, we need to ask permission for that, guys. Think about it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Who here feels guilty when they just take a couple minutes to themselves? Oh my goodness. What do you think the reason is for that? Why are we like this in this society?
You know, we live in a society that really praises overworking and exhaustion, and people wear that like a badge. And in my opinion, we need to move back to harmony and flow is how I like to think of it. Because there are some days where I'm like, let's knock everything off the list and I can get it all done. And then there's some days where my daughter needs me. She needs me to slow down and cuddle her and watch a movie with her. And so I think it's women and the feminine, it's a cyclical energy. It's not a machine. It's not a 24 hours. It's moves and phases. And so again, my platform, I really want it to be somewhere that women can have a space, a sacred space to go through these initiations in life of loss and motherhood and rebirth, and that we're allowed to take a break and start again as many times as we want to do that.
I love that so much. Oh my goodness. So you said that you wanted to create a space. What kind of activities or events or things?
So again, I'm letting the process flow and come in as it will. So my first event, my foundation, I won't call it foundation, correction, my little collective that I'm starting, and I will be partnering with charitable foundations. But my little collective will be focused on women, mothers, and also young girls. And I would like to create a container that honors, our sacred initiations as well as entrepreneurial endeavors and blending those two. I am an entrepreneur as well. I've started a few businesses, and I found that what works for me is being in my feminine energy, and I want to help other women tap into that and know how to honor their yeses. And if we can help the next generation get ahead of that.
Please do. Yes, absolutely. And it's what you're describing is similar to some communities that I met outside of outside of the U.S. There are still cultures where women are doing just that, and it's within the culture. We don't have to make it a special space for it. Women just naturally come together. We're supporting each other. They embrace their femininity. Their kids are, their daughters are there, and the women take turns watching each other's kids, so the mother can take time to, have time for herself, to beautify herself, or just rest.
Yes, and so I like to think of this as it is a very ancient practice. It's nothing new, and so this is I'm not teaching it. I'm helping women remember. It's a remembering.
Yes.
That's all it is.
It's not new. It's forgotten. It's been forgotten here in our culture, definitely. Yes. So what does your daughter feel about that? Does she know about the what you're working on? Does she understand it yet?
Yes and no. So she's 9.
She's 9. So I know.
She is excited. She knows I'm doing something worthwhile. I don't. She doesn't really understand the depth of what I'm talking about quite yet, and hopefully she will grow up in a world that's different and we'll be honoring the feminine energy and how that flows.
Yay! That's really what it is. That's really what I wanted. Well, you know what? Before we leave, I just want to say I do have faith. And I'm seeing signs. I hope I don't, speak too soon, but I do see signs that the younger generation, they don't want to grow up as, that rough around the edges, hustle culture. They're pushing away from that. They're calling it soft life, soft energy. I'm hearing the term feminine energy more, and this is from the younger generation. So maybe when we're grandmas or something, our grandkids will be like, it's that feminine energy. Yes. It's that feminine energy.
Yes. And just something I guess I would like to leave with everyone watching, and especially women. Just remember, this was a message that came to me a lot as I was on my healing journey, and it's that you're not behind, you're becoming.
Beautiful. I got goosebumps on that one too. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for being here, Michaela. I really appreciate that. Is such a beautiful message, and one that really needs to be heard. We'll be right back with my next guest, so stay tuned.